was arrested by the Force Intelligence Response Team for kidnapping a 6-year-old boy. During the interrogation, he confessed to have learned the act of kidnapping from watching movies of a Nollywood actor, Zuby Michael. The question is, what impact does our movies have on Nigerians? As we look at that, we also see that even international movies, Hollywood, do have impacts on serial killers abroad. So many of them also say the same thing, where they learn how to kidnap, they learn how to build guns, they learn how to rob banks from big movies on heists and all. So the question goes, what do we do? Do we stop doing movies certain ways so that people don't learn? Or do we continue to encourage movie making regardless of what they're teaching? What are your thoughts on this?
Let me say that my first inclination when I saw this was, we are finished blaming the devil. We have now started blaming movies.
And government.
We are finished blaming the devil. We are finished blaming government. We have started blaming movie producers and actors. What will we not? Who will we not blame as an excuse for what we want to do? Situations don't change human beings. Situation reveals who we are on the inside. Two people can look at the same movie and pick two different things from it. So it reveals what your innate tendencies are. This person is a criminal-minded person who now got reinforcements on how to perpetrate his crime by watching a movie. However, I share Imuriah's sentiment. We've had this conversation for many years on how we need to change our movie needs to preach, to give us a vision for the future. When Star Trek was first produced, there wasn't mobile phone. But somebody saw it in a movie and felt, if they can do it in a movie, I can probably create something like that in real life. And so a young person begins to dream what is possible because somebody sold that narrative to them on TV. My children watch so much cartoons, they feel like Christmas should be white. There should be snow. We should do snow angels. Why? They bought the culture from movies. So movies actually are very, 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 very powerful in informing how we think in subtle ways. However, it will still reveal who you are.
As important as storytelling is and how it can guide and influence our mindset and our way of thinking, who you naturally are, innately are, would still reveal itself. In a story that's been told, some people would listen and want to be the good guy. Some people want to be the villain because they think the villain is strong, he's smart, and you come back again. So as a parent, I guess that's where parenting comes in. So you see some movies, they say parental guidance. So you're there to enforce what is right and make sure that you're guiding your child to concentrate on what is positive. Right. And he says Nollywood, this particular person says Nollywood taught him kidnapping. Many people watch Nollywood and they learn how to be better people. You know, many people have learned better values and going to church and things like that. He just decided that he wanted to be a kidnapper. He had found a way to...
He studied the movie to learn what he needed.
So he sought out the movie that would teach him kidnapping. That's how I see it. I'm a kidnapper and let me look for where to find more information.
I totally agree with both of you. And I think the movies, just because we have our NBC and all of those people rating this movie, so we know how strong the vision is to the mind. And we cannot now say because he watched it, he chose to. There's that strong power that, you know, what we portray and we want to make very real can attract. You know, the gang of Zuby Michael in movie can just be like, oh, this is who I want to be. And it doesn't have another movie to tell him that, you know, this personality, or maybe the movie in itself did not end by telling him this is a bad personality. Strong as he is, did something bad to society, this is how he was put to shame or something. So we can then have Nigerian producers hear this now and decide to do things like, you know the way they do their sex scenes in the Nigerian movie, where everybody will just close lights, off lights, and you know that's why. So now you want to portray a gang. Don't show the entire bank robbery, breaking, all of that. You can suggest it in the movie and leave the viewers
No,
to
we
know.
don't want that. We want to see the breaking in, because it shows your creativity, it shows how even technologically inclined your movie is.
What you're saying now is because we are rating ourselves with the entire action that we see in Hollywood,
yes.
so we must do Hollywood, but we have our own society.
No, we want to also develop. You see, our intention, our plan is to be at par with Hollywood eventually, and even to beat them.
Yeah.
So if you're going, you can't keep doing.
We think until we get a Hollywood recognition, we have not.
I didn't say that. No, I didn't say that.
No, but if you put it as a standard,
let me give it. Let me break it down. Let me break it down.
Okay.
So in Hollywood, right, you want to investigate. You check the social security number, right? And you get information on their bank details, where they've been, when they pay their bills, everything. Here, you want to investigate, you just go to and harass them. So we're not learning from Nigeria. If we want to do it properly, we're okay, going forward, NIN numbers. So our movies going forward, don't just go and harass Mariam and enter her house. Go to a police station in Nigeria, click NIN number, it brings up Mariam's everything about her details, her bank details. You don't know how, when she used the credit card last, and you can now trace her. So we are learning that from the Hollywood.
So the police will not have to live up.
Whether we want to accept it or not, it is reality.
Okay, in my own house, for instance, there's a particular Toon channel that I feel that the children, I watch them and they're teenagers, they talk to their parents anyhow.
Yes, we all know that channel.
I exit for my children.
Yes.
I always imagine my child grow up and be talking to me like this, so I exit. And NBC has a duty where our taxpayers' money go to do this. And we're saying we must produce an Hollywood standard. Then we don't have the means to solve an Hollywood kind of problem or America's kind of problem. We don't have the means.
The point we're trying to make, however, is that let us stop creating our reality in our movies.
Yes.
Don't create the fact that you went to police station, they didn't answer you, and the person is using to chewing stick in the morning and sleeping on the table. What we see is our reality. It's what you see when you go down the street. What you experience. Don't shut down in our movies. Because we have seen it. What I want you to show in our movies is the reality, the best and new reality for my child.
Yeah.